What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
There are many hidden things in Tessa and Hardin's story. After We Fell is finally here, and fans are already counting down until the last film of the franchise, After Ever Happy, comes out. Tessa and Hardin's relationship is now more complicated than ever, and the third film included many details about both leads. From major book differences to why the characters lack chemistry in the third film, here's everything you missed in After We Fell.
Pain. Lately, I've become very well acquainted with it. The type that...
Major book difference. Writer Anna Todd's new movie, After We Fell, continues the story of Tessa and Hardin, and big revelations are uncovered, which only sets a huge plot base for the fourth final film of the beloved franchise. But let's take a quick look at how a major difference changed the whole plot of the next film completely. The first film was an on-screen adaptation of her popular Wattpad story that was published into a novel named After. It continued the story in the three following books named After We Collided, After We Fell, and After Ever Happy. The films with the same names feature Hero Finds Tiffin and Josephine Langford in the lead roles of Hardin and Tessa, but not so many fans have read the books, and because of that, they missed a huge storyline that was left out from the book. We also need to mention that major changes were made from the book in order to capture only the most important moments in an hour-and-a-half lasting film. Some felt that the changes didn't capture some of the key points from the novel, and the few fans that noticed the change are quite disappointed. Yes, we're talking about the revelation of Hardin's dad. All three of the After films had cliffhanger endings. After We Fell ends up with Hardin finding out his mother has been having an affair dating back to when she first got together with Hardin's father. She was actually seeing Christian Vance, his father's best friend, and Vance is Hardin's biological father. So yes, this was the same plot of the book, but the reaction of Hardin was changed in the film. In the book, Hardin finds out this before his mother's wedding, and he actually sabotages the whole wedding, breaks up with Tessa, and goes back to his old habits, which are, of course, hanging out with his criminal friends, starting fights, and disappointing Tessa. The film, however, ends up with Hardin finding out about his father after the wedding, and he ends up kissing Tessa in the middle of London Street, which is a more emotional ending, right? How many of you cried at the end of After We Fell? Be honest. Lack of chemistry? If you read Anna Todd's best-selling After novels or watched the movie franchise, you're familiar with how much chemistry Tessa Young and bad boy Hardin Scott had on screen. The previous two films were actually an eruption of chemistry, and even got fans thinking there's something between the actors in real life. The actors who played the central couple, Josephine Langford and Hero Finds Tiffin. "We're good friends. We get along," Finds Tiffin said in an interview with E.T.'s Cassie DeLaura of filming the steamy scenes in the After series. But the third film actually made fans suspicious. According to several fan reviews, Hero and Josephine lacked chemistry in the third film, and according to some rumors, something might have happened between the two of them which resulted in less steamy, sensual scenes. Did you guys notice this? Let us know.
Complicated.
You have a great job in Seattle, but I don't...
Another book difference. The third novel is actually quite different from the film as it goes to some extremely touching places which were not included in the film. Yet another major change was made in the film and not many fans noticed. For those of you who read the novel, you know that Hardin sabotages Tessa's apartment rental in Seattle just days before she's supposed to move there for her dream job, but he also uses another girl who appears to be queer in order to make Tessa jealous. And in the book, Hardin and Tessa go through a very emotional breakup. This doesn't happen in the film though. But what surprised fans the most is that the film ignored the frightening moment where Tessa's friends drug her and film her between violating because of a revenge plan.
You're still wearing your name tag and your uniform,
So,
Hardin's character changed? Tessa was quite a different person who compared to Hardin, but with the third film we acknowledge that they are not so different after all. What mistakes made her good for Hardin is her ability to see the good in people. She's not filled with skepticism when it comes to new people in her life. For instance, when her father visits in After We Fell, she welcomes him after not being in touch with him for 9 years, unlike Hardin, who doesn't trust him and is hoping he will leave Tessa alone. But in the third film of the franchise, something's different about Hardin. Most fans ignored seeing through him and how much he has developed since After We Collided. Here's an example. When he finds out about Christian Vance being his father, he actually controls his temper, and instead of causing a scene, he goes to kiss Tessa. Just imagine him in the next final film when he eventually becomes a father.
If you hunt, hey, whoa, easy. You know, you have no reason in the world to trust me, but...
Tessa's good girl image is changing. Well, on the contrary to Hardin, Tessa is changing, but she's actually becoming stronger, not softer. The film and book wouldn't be much if it weren't for Tessa's good girl vibe. She's the one keeping things steady, and she's the one making rational decisions. However, that is until she decides to be more of an independent woman in After We Fell. Tessa's good girl image was actually needed for the franchise to keep the story moving, and just when we're getting closer to the franchise's end, we're seeing a mature woman who knows what she wants and will do anything in order to fulfill her dreams.
Well, that'll be my ride.
You're leaving now.
Hardin is toxic. Is Hardin toxic for Tessa? Does she deserve better? Did you guys know that After was first a Wattpad story? Yes, and for those of you not familiar, Wattpad is a popular online site and app that allows young writers to show their talents on a virtual platform. The app helped the romance story by Anna Todd to be told and be turned into a novel and film franchise. After became a hit novel that was told in the 2019 film After. And now, 3 years later, viewers are still gushing over Hardin Scott's character that is portrayed by Hero Finds Tiffin. Hardin is a definition of a bad boyfriend, showcasing thousands of red flags. But not everyone noticed the issue in the third film, as viewers mostly focus on the steamy scenes between the couple. In the beginning, it's clear that Hardin has changed. As we previously said, he somehow controls his temper, but he again knows how to make Tessa angry by doing some things that are really out of control. For instance, why did he take her father into a club, offering him a drink when he's a recovering alcoholic? Plus, he got into the fight that her father started. This is something that should be changed, and Hardin needs to be aware that he's in a relationship and can't hold on to his old habits. Love makes people change, right?
That's my daughter, you fucking piece of shit.
4 actors replaced. Not so many people noticed the huge casting change in the After franchise. Did you guys know that 4 actors have been replaced and did not make an appearance in After We Fell, nor will they appear in After Ever Happy? After movies 3 and 4 were actually filmed at the same time in Bulgaria last year. The decision to film in Europe was the reason for some actors not coming back to reprise their roles. Chance Perdomo plays the role of Landon in After We Fell, which was previously played by Shane Paul McGee. The official After account also revealed that the roles of Christian and Kimberly Vance and Tessa's mother Carol have also been recast. Stephen Moyer is replacing Charlie Weber as Christian Vance, Ariel Kebbel is replacing Candace King as Kimberly Vance, and Mira Sorvino is replacing Selma Blair as Carol Young. Carter Jenkins will also join the cast as Robert.
You can come back.
How do you guys feel about this recast? Also, what do you guys think will happen in After Ever Happy, the last film of the beloved franchise? Share your own theories in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.